battle has just begun!
When I get bored, I play Pokemon. When I get really bored, I fight people with my never-used Malamar team, specifically passerby people. Because let's be honest, this team is a never-used team specifically. It's not meant to win in standard play at all. So if I can squeak out wins against passerbys, who more often than not play mixed tier, if not are uber noobs, then, you know, that's extremely entertaining, and I will enjoy that a lot. So that is a good ailment for the boredom. So he's got kind of a mixed up, underused-ish team. He's going to lead with Darmanitan. I thought he would. That's why I didn't lead with Pangoro, because even Scarf Pangoro can't deal with Darmanitan. Not really a whole lot can, really. Darmanitan is very good. As he goes for a U-turn, goes into Sableye. I get up rocks. I was kind of afraid he would just go Flare Blitz, but the U-turn makes sense. And it does enough damage that leftovers doesn't even get me to full, so yeah, that was a very calculated decision that kind of worked out for both of us, because I get up rocks, and his Darmanitan gets to survive for another day. So, the only thing on my team that can really take, excuse me, take a Will-O-Wisp is Aurora's here. So I'm going to go into Aurora. So he goes for Taunt, and Taunt stops Nature Power because if you'll remember, Nature Power is not affected by Sucker Punch either, so that makes it a status move even though it does turn into Tri-Attack. So it is a very, very unique move. It isn't treated like a regular attack even though it is for all other intensive purposes. So I'm forced to go for Freeze Dry, but going for Freeze Dry seems to be just fine because Nick's Curse is going to kick in. Perfect nickname. I'm gonna freeze the Sableye here. I don't know about you, but I've been like even on Showdown, even on Wi-Fi, on both of the places, I've been using Freeze Dry a lot. I've just been using Auroras a lot lately, and Freeze Dry just freezes all the time on both the Showdown and the Wi-Fi. So I don't know. Like maybe I got horseshoes up my ass, or maybe Nick's Curse is real and I'm getting the powers. So he's got a Ferrothorn. I'm using a never used team, so Ferrothorn is obviously a huge problem. And I make a kind of a misplay. I go for the Rock Polish. I was getting a little greedy. I thought he might want to switch in Darmanitan, but in hindsight that's really stupid because I have rocks up and he would just like switch into an ice move or something. So yeah, so that was greedy and dumb, and I should have just gone Tri-Attack, because as you saw here, the Tri-Attack does a nice chunk to Ferrothorn. That's just the power of Auroras, everybody. That is a very comfortable 3-hit KO on Ferrothorn, and I don't really know what kind of EVs he's running. He does have leftovers, but he also has Sword Stance, so I don't know. Standard Ferrothorn, soon to be special defensive. I think Ferrothorn does lean towards more of the defense over special defense in this game in X and Y because Talonflame is such a pain in the asshole, but I don't know. I think special defensive Ferrothorn is the best, and Sword Dance is okay. I mean, it's kind of an oddball move for Ferrothorn to get, but I do think Curse is better just to increase your defense and make Gyroball stronger. So he's gonna like I think he got the double protect. Anyway, he's gonna stall out my Aurorus, and that's really sad because Aurorus in standard matches is usually death fodder. Although he did do a lot of work. He put that pesky Sableye down essentially by freezing it solid, and did some decent damage to Ferrothorn, even though he recovered most of it with leftovers and stalling. But now I go into Gourgeist here, and Ferrothorn can't really touch Gourgeist. He predicts the Will-O-Wisp, switches into a status Pokemon, and I just go for Trick Room and Shadow Sneak. And because of the Trick Room, my priority goes before his, so he doesn't even get a chance to thaw out, if he ever would have. But he was frozen for many few turns, so he might have thawed out. So the Shadow Sneak is very handy to have. Life Orb Power, take that sucker out. Now Ferrothorn's in again. My only real way to stop it is the massive powerhouse that is Malamar, and he's just going to switch out, and I thought that was weird, but then he has Slowbro, and I had this battle I don't know. I think I was watching Buffy while I was having this battle, so I didn't write down his team at all. So I just completely spaced on the Slowbro, but you guys should know the trick Malamar has up his sleeve by now. I just keep uploading NU shit with Malamar. I've got the Fling Iron Ball. The Iron Ball is going to make me slower than Slowbro in Trick Room, and when I fling it, the damage plus stab plus the +1 superpower, it just flattens Slowbro. So I've just completely tore down his defensive wall, and he has a couple more defensive walls that I'm going to need to deal with, like Porygon 2. I'm going to make another misplay here. I get, I don't know, it's just a bad play. I go for Trick Room here when I should have just gone Superpower, knowing that he would U-turn, because, I mean, come on. It's Darmanitan. They are almost always Scarf. They always carry U-turn. I do have a defense boost, so I can survive it, because I was at near or full health, so I'm going to survive it on, like, 9 HP, but then, because I go Trick Room, and because I don't have my Iron Ball anymore to slow me down, Porygon 2 is actually going to be faster than me in the Trick Room and take me out, which is really, really unfortunate and stupid on my part. Because if I just got Superpower, that sucker would be dead. So I'm going to have to spend Gourgeist here. I'm going to go for Seed Bomb, not Seed Bomb, Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed. This guy in game is actually like level 28 or 30 or something. But thanks to the miraculous auto-leveling feature of X and Y, which is like the biggest reason I love X and Y. I don't know why they took that out of Black and White. It just really rubbed me the wrong way, but bringing back auto-leveling means that you can actually play legit again. And I don't want to get on too much of a rant about that, because I will talk about it for a solid hour. But anyway, it means I can use newly hatched Pokemon, just raise them to level 30 or whatever. Once they have all the moves they need, just use them on Wi-Fi. They turn level 50, everything turns level 50, and then, you know, bam, you got something there. So Gourgeist is going to be spent as I explode on the Porygon 2. Explosion from Life Orb Max Attack, Jumbo, or the biggest size of Gourgeist is really, really, really powerful. Much better than Solrock, much better than Drifblim as well. So Steelix is in here. I gotta use my Trick Room turns somehow. So I'm gonna go for Steelix and just go for the Roar, and I don't even really get to use my Trick Room turns because the Trick Room does end right here. But he is put in a difficult situation to either like U-turn or Flare Blitz. Because if he Flare Blitzes, which is a good idea, he's gonna get a lot of recoil. And that means I can bring in Bob. Nobody knows what Lumineon does, unless you watch Blame Truth's channel. This is a set I just ripped from Blame Truth, but it fits the team so perfectly that Flare Blitz doesn't even do half, and then I kill Darmanitan with U-turn from a Lumineon. Can you repeat? Can you just think about that for a second? That's crazy. That is insane. So, Lumineon, definitely a solid addition to the team, killing Darmanitans every day. Now I go into Ninja Panda. This is the turn of the match. If he has Specs, Tinted Lens, then I can kill him with Stone Edge. If he is Speed Boost with Protect, I am going to lose, and he is Speed Boost with Protect. So I'm thinking I'm just going to die to an Air Slash here, but Scarf Pangoro is the coolest motherfucker on the planet, still faster. Taking him out with a Stone Edge. That's the reason I run Stone Edge. So get that guy down. His last Pokemon is Ferrothorn. I only have a few Pokemon left myself, and he should know by now that I'm locked into the Stone Edge move, so he can just go Power Whip or whatever he wants. But he actually goes for Sword Dance, which is fine. If he had gone Power Up, I would have just died. But Sword Dance, it works. He's going to stall a little bit more, get some more leftovers health, because, you know, it's Ferrothorn. That's what he does. You can't knock it. It's like arguing about Bastiodon. That's what Bastiodon does. He's there to tank hits. He's not, you know, if you complain about it, you just sound very silly. But he's just going Sword Dance, which on a Ferrothorn, that is very silly. So, I don't know. It's kind of spooky, because I'm not really sure if Storm Throw will kill the Ferrothorn, because I know Ferrothorn is a bulky Pokemon. And like each turn he protects, he's getting more health back, so that's really not great. I'm just gonna go for Scald here, gonna go Guts or Glory. Should've probably like gone Charm like a lot to get his attack down, but I knew that he would just keep using Sword Stance. And I actually thought he would Sword Stance instead of hitting me here, but it actually would have been smarter to go for the Charm here. Because I showed him the Scald during the Protect, so I could play little mind games. But it all works out in the end, because I burn the guy with Scald. And that is a huge load off my mind, because I did lower his attack with Charm, and lowering his attack 2 stages further with the burn does bring Ferrothorn down to +0 attack, I believe, if I can add and subtract. I'm not really sure. I am American, so whatever. It doesn't really matter, because we're going to see Storm Throw just completely flattens Ferrothorn. So, Pangoro, Man of the Hour. Very, very impressive. I knew Scarf Pangoro would be one of those oddball Pokemon to operate really well in Standard, because it does outspeed a lot of very threatening Standard Pokemon. Not saying Yanmega is a Standard Pokemon per se, but it has the power to be one, and you know, if you're faster than base 110 Pokemon, that's enough. So that is my match with Malamar. The Malamar team versus the weird, overused, underused, standard thing team Passerby. So if you enjoyed it, comment, like, subscribe, and all that bullshit, and I will see you later, YouTube.